Before we watch the video, can we just kind of, as a statement, put out how insane this whole situation is, right? Like, it's got to be unprecedented. This is an unprecedented situation in Halo esports, that's for sure. But I think maybe in competitive gaming overall, especially now considering that all gaming is happening on PC now and cheating is becoming more prevalent. But it's been about 3 years at this point. This guy's been accused consistently since Halo Infinite came out. And we got to a point where HCS did an official investigation and he came out clean in the investigation. He got past all of it. We're still accusing him. And now, what, 3 years later, he could be guilty. And if he is actually a cheater, he has lied. He has manipulated and gaslit people for 3 years. A lot of people. That's insane, right? He's taken career opportunities from a lot of people. It also damages the competitive integrity of the esport and the legitimacy of all the wins that he was a part of, right? All the online tournaments or any performance that he had, that he made at the grand finals, any money that he made, was that all illegitimate, right? Like, that's crazy to fathom. And if he's not cheating, it's equally as insane. That's the crazy thing about the situation, is like, if he's cheating, this is insane. If he's not cheating, it's just as insane, because it means that he is like the most misunderstood Halo player of all time, right? Like, it means that you know, this poor guy, I mean, he did cheat once before, you know, so that doesn't help his case. Not a lot of this situation helps him at all. You know, if he's somehow not cheating, then that means that he's like a god online, and low-key, we've been gassing him. And for whatever reason, he can't get it together on LAN. Like, is it a mental thing? Is it some sort of personal circumstance that maybe he can't talk about and maybe we don't deserve to know, right? So just the whole situation is just so freaking crazy, and it's either he goes down as the most misunderstood Halo player, or this is the biggest cheating scandal we've ever had, and maybe a lesson for us all. Either way, it's about to go down. So shout out to Brower. We're gonna watch and react to this together. There's a lot of components to this. I'll probably pause it a lot, so you know, my apologies in advance. If you guys want to see the full video, obviously you can go watch the full video yourself. This is the Shyway version.
So if you guys didn't know,
it sounds okay, right?
Monster of cheating.
What's up, Broward? Thank you, brother.
He's a
great video. I love the music.
Halo scene since around Halo 3. He's had multiple accusations of him cheating by other players as well, such as APG.
Why are you doing this though? Why are you locked right here? Watch.
And Spartan the dog.
It was over a year ago. Sparty's been convinced for a while.
He's been caught cheating in H1Z1 before. Now, a lot of people say that Bound is just tripping about this situation and that everything that he's showing as far as clips is not blatant cheating. But let's see what Bound and APG have to say about this.
So,
I've been watching a lot of APG.
Give your opening statement on what happened today.
I've been watching everything.
No. Okay.
I can't look away.
It's not even just.
I can't look away.
That's what I heard. This is dated back a few weeks now.
Nah, more than a few weeks.
No. Let's go back years. We'll go say like 2 years.
Okay.
Years.
What I'm gonna do right now, okay, I'm just gonna state obvious facts, and like these obvious facts should be criminal enough. Number one, Chance has been playing. He's been in the Halo scene since what? Halo 3, Halo 3?
We're covering the
right?
man.
Competing or whatever.
Halo 3, definitely. Halo 3.
He has always been somewhat decent, good, whatever. Okay, but it wasn't until a PC Halo he's making every grands online. And correct or no? Is that truth or no?
I can watch Gunnies. I didn't know he made a video.
Exactly.
He did do well in Halo 5. Let's.
Okay.
This is an interesting
same level as he is now. He teamed with
point
Brendan
here
in Halo 5. Remember on 3's Up?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Okay, that was the same level he was in Infinite, right? On Infinite, he was on complexity with like cycling them like upcomers, whatever, right?
He was getting top 6, I think. Like he got top 6, so you gotta give him that credit.
On LAN or online?
On LAN, I believe.
Wait, is that true? I don't think that's true.
It was like top 8. Okay, but he got. It's something. Somebody.
Okay, well that's
He's gonna show the wiki. We should look at the wiki. Here, I have the tab. Okay. It is actually kind of interesting looking at some of his statistics in previous tournaments that he's played in. Like the point that Bound made about the difference between Halo 5 and Infinite being pretty stark, I think that is true. Like he becomes significantly more consistent when Infinite came out on PC, like much more consistent with the first place finishes and like top placements online. That's for sure. But even in Halo 5, he has a couple first place finishes in like their online tournaments, but pretty significant, I'll say. Like, here, this is Open Circuit North America Fall Finals. Look at this. He won this against Trippy. Saiyan is Lucid. That's Trippy and Lucid. World Championship 2017 North America Qualifier online tournament. Envy won it with Pistola Miquin sniped down, but he outperformed. My God, what are these ads? Outperforming Lunchbox, Roy, Contra, Ogre 2, Rain, Penguin, Ace. Like these are big deal players in an online tournament. So he does actually have, like, he's beaten some of the best players in an online format before. I think the biggest thing that I'm noticing here is that there was a lot of inconsistency with his performance back in Halo 5, whereas things changed and they became much more consistent in Infinite. There's an interesting dialogue about like, is it logical to assume that the man just improved despite having, went over to H1Z1 and came back to Infinite? Should you just be so talented that you show the talent earlier? He's been around for a while. Should he have displayed that talent earlier on? And because he hasn't, like, is it not reasonable to assume that he suddenly got better?
Okay, my second point is that he's been banned in another esport for cheating. Okay.
That's true.
That is true.
How does it feel to be?
55,000 grand.
You won 55,000 grand and admitted to openly cheating in H1Z1, you piece of shit.
Dude, I was a pro in 2 other games.
You were a pro in 2 other games and you still cheated. You're a
That's dark. One thing I want to do as well is look into how specifically he cheated in H1Z1. He did talk about it. I think he said he cheated in pubs for 3 days, and we'll kind of come back to that. No form of cheating is acceptable, of course, right? But I do think that we want to look at every cheating case specifically and what happened and how severe it was. 55K is pretty crazy, though. Yeah.
This is H1Z1.
Was he cheating the whole time? Was he cheating in the tournaments where he won 55K, or did he cheat separately, just playing with in a game that didn't matter?
He was not pro in any console esport at all. He went pro at H1Z1, okay, and then he went pro in Fortnite, okay, and then he's pro in PC Halo.
Cheating is cheating, no matter what context, right? But at the same time, like, in my opinion, this is just my personal opinion, depending on the severity of cheating, there might be a route to a comeback at some point in the future. It's been 8 years since his like cheating incident. So if it wasn't like the most severe, like if he's cheating on land and he's, you know what I mean? Like there's severity. It can fluctuate a little bit. I want to believe that there's a route for some players who maybe didn't do the worst form of cheating, even though no form of cheating is ever acceptable.
Those 3 points right there. I mean, when
like Shady, yeah, I don't know. Shady's an example of somebody who's very talented, but his situation is bad, man.
Yeah, no, I got no problem bringing that up. I have no problem bringing that up. Yeah, so me teaming with him that one tournament, I mean, we literally had to get a sub because Legend was still in Europe. So we had to team with Monstcr. I was told by his people who work at 343, credible sources, that they checked his account and he's not cheating. Okay, that's them saying they don't think he's cheating or he doesn't cheat. But in my mind, I still think he's cheating.
There was like some sort of investigation. I can't reveal too much or say too much.
Can't reveal too much. Cannot reveal too much.
Yes, but there was an investigation.
He came back negative.
He
came back negative.
He came back clean.
Even though I did play with him, I still thought he was cheating. Yes, because like, I mean, bro, the guy doesn't scrim the game. I don't think he plays matchmaking all that much. He pulls up week after week, not just playing good, whatever. Right? He is winning these games, these series. He's putting the most damage. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
This is actually kind of a pretty significant point at Abound. Like, and something that he brought up that isn't in this video is just the work ethic from a top player like Bound. Like, this guy's putting in like 12-hour days. He's scrimming and he's putting so much time in Bound, right? So for somebody like Monstcr to come in and play as well as he's playing, it's a freaking insult to Bound, right? When you consider how much time and energy he puts into being the best, if he's just getting beat by some guy who's not scrimming, who's not taking the game as seriously as he is, like, either he's a freaking god or he's an insult to the esport, right? Like, it's like, that's a big deal when you actually put yourself in Bound's shoes in this situation.
And like, when I played with him too, I felt the same way everyone else did. I got beat by him in like 4 other tournaments prior. Other people played with him. So I'm like, okay, it's my turn to play with him. It's my turn to cheat.
It's my turn to cheat, bro. That's crazy work. Bound just basically said, like, pass this spliff, I'll take a hit.
Get the facts. Like I said, this guy's pulling up weekend after weekend.
My God.
This
is a movie!
I want Chance to come on. I want him to explain how this is possible. I play the clip 3 different times. Normal speed, slow-mo, and frame by frame. This is normal. Slides into A, pretty brain dead. Buys renegade like it's walking the park.
War Machine, thank you for the follow.
It's super slow.
It doesn't look good.
All right. What I want to pay attention to, look at the reticle right here. Look at the reticle's positioning. Look at the reticle's positioning.
Yeah.
It is going to snap onto Renegade's head and kill him. You're not going to see it go to it.
In a frame.
It's going to snap onto Renegade's head and kill him. Watch this. Snaps to his head, killed him. And then goes back, tries to go back to the original position.
Yeah.
That is not humanly possible.
Is a Chance on mouse and keyboard?
No, he's on controller.
He's on controller.
Yes, he's on controller.
He's on controller. He plays both, but he's definitely on controller for these tournaments.
I've seen his POV. Yeah, you can tell he's on. I've seen his POV when he's on mouse and keyboard.'s on controller.
That's what I'm saying. He does both.
Okay, listen. Even if he's on a mouse, right?
Bound brings up the point about theater. Hold on.
Smoothly transition to Renegade's head. This isn't just theater. Like, I knew people were gonna say this was theater. Okay, I use theater a lot. The game's 4 years old. I know what theater is, how it acts. Okay. This is not lag or whatever, okay? This is literally cheating.
Okay, fair. Bound kind of has a point in that So Theater, yes, Theater is sus, bro. Like, the Theater, it needs work, okay? It is a very imperfect form of review. It never looks accurate. So you have to take everything you see in Theater with a grain of salt because you really don't know what you're looking at. Though I will say, in Bound's defense here, that clip looked... That shit ain't real. What's that? That
motherfucker back there is not real.
It looked weird. Even for Theater standards, it did look weird. But one thing that I've noticed about it is it's not just the final shot itself that looks weird. If you actually study the way his POV jitters as he's just moving through the environment here, the whole thing looks laggy. Like, look at the way his reticle's moving around before he hits the shot. See how his screen's shaking already? See that shake right there? Like, it's got these weird, unnatural... The shakiness is happening the entire gunfight, which I guess maybe that even adds to it. You could say he's got, like, maybe a soft aim lock or something. I don't know. But the whole POV, not just the final shot, has, like, a weird, jittery lagginess to it, which later Monstcr will say he is lagging. He's playing on very poor internet. We can go unpack that. So, okay, so what I'll say is it looks unusual for Theater standards, but Theater is already pretty bad. The only way that we can know for sure if this is like legitimate and if this is like fair evidence would be to have somebody display what the hacks look like in Theater mode compared to this, right? Because this has been done before. Like, this is how Shady got. Shady, if you guys don't know, was a top player in Europe. He got removed from the scene for cheating. And the way that it got found out, he had this like weird flutter thing that would happen. Like in Theater, when you tried to shoot him in scope, his scope would like auto rescope over and over and over again, and it looked really weird. Nobody thought much about it. And what happened was this guy BCAP, he's somebody in the Halo scene who had cheats. He used his cheats that he had to demonstrate it to the world to show people how it works, basically. There's actual footage of this somewhere online of BCAP like demonstrating Halo cheats, and there's so much you can do. It's freaking crazy. Like, not just walling, you can adjust how much aim assist you have. So you can be on like a hard aim lock that you're just beaming people, or it's like you can basically just add a little bit of aim assist. So you're shooting slightly better. Like, it's almost imperceptible, which is so scary when it comes to the cheats because you don't know what the frick you're looking at. What BCAP did is he demonstrated what the hack looked like when you have basically like he had this no descope hack where you never get descoped. If you're sniping, you never get descoped. And he showed what that looked like in Theater with the hack on. And it looked identical to Shady's POV. And that was how we got him. He compared real hacks in a demonstration to Shady's POV, and they were identical. So if you want this to be like convincing evidence 100%, you would have to do like a soft aim lock hack or some shit and compare it to this type of footage and see if it adds up, which it doesn't really make sense to do. So yeah, it looks kind of sus, but it's also Theater, so it's not definitive. And the only way it's going to be definitive is with a direct comparison with hacks, unfortunately. Moving on.
This second clip is for people who actually understand the game at a high level. Like, to a normal person, this won't look that crazy, right? But this clip is insane. It looks at John go through the wall.
It is pretty crazy.
As John gets backed up into his base, right? He comes down the P tunnel, okay? And John walks front base, right? Nobody on Monstcr's team has that information or any indication that John did that. John got the timing and he got through, okay? But if you watch Monstcr POV, he's playing it as if he knows John's there. Even though his teammates have zero info, there's no way for them to know, and there's no way for him to know. Monstcr is sitting here looking at John Renegade through the wall. As you can see, John happens to get through without being seen. But he would not hear that. He would not hear that drop. He wouldn't hear that.
This clip is rough.
There's no way.
A few things that weren't mentioned in this, right? So Collect had mentioned that he had a death cam. If you go earlier in the clip, and I don't know how significant that is, and I think Collect earlier tried to let me know back when I saw this in chat that his death cam only lasted for so long, and I don't think he actually saw Renegade come out of the P door. He's dead right here. Like, if he stays dead, depending on how long he's dead, he's got pretty good visual on the whole area. Apparently, Cycle doesn't see anything. I don't think he hears anything either. They go back and forth, though, later, Monstcr and Bound, and Monstcr brings up a point about reading Renegade coming out the P door that I think is really interesting.
I was fighting a guy P door, I went P2, like I knew the gap I gave up. In my head, oh, there was a possibility he could have done the slide from P door to P jump. Like, I know how all of you guys play. So I'm like, okay, maybe he got a timing on me. Like, I think like that, bro. It's simple, like giving up a gap and like thinking this guy could potentially be.
It's crazy.
That makes no sense.
Airhead,
No
thank you.
And when I'm wide swinging, no one is shooting me P door.
Yeah, because you know we're rotating. What do you mean?
Because I think like that is crazy. Yeah, in this moment, when Renegade pushes out, he knows that him and Cycle are back down and have no visual on P door, and that being in yellow base is a disadvantage for his opponents. They don't want to be stuck in yellow. So knowing and reading Renegade in this moment, he's thinking Renegade might have pushed out in this gap when he backed up and has no visual and hit a G-slide out up to P-jump, basically, out the courtyard, which is a crazy read. Maybe he G-slid, this is what he's saying he's doing, is maybe he G-slid to the jump up and he comes out, he's not even checking P-door, which this is wild to me. You would think at the very least his reticle would be up at the door first. Maybe somebody else is still yellow. Why are you not like that? That's what's so sus to me is like, and I heard somebody make a point of like, maybe his reticle is in the middle because he doesn't know if Renegade could turn and reach out or if somebody could be in the P door. So if he holds it at the P door, then he can't quickly react to Renegade's position. So maybe he's like in a midpoint where he could react to the Renegade reach out or react to the door. Like, I don't freaking know. And then what Monstcr says is when he walks through and he doesn't get shot by P-door, that tells him that he was correct on his prediction, basically. So he's assuming that Renegade hit the rotate to the P-jump, and the fact that he's not getting shot in the right-hand side right now tells him that he was correct. So he's taking a gamble, and then he backs up and I guess checks P1. He doesn't even full clear it, which is kind of weird to me. I think, like, I guess what he's saying is he assumes he's already on P-jump. He comes down to P1 to check for the overextend. He thinks, okay, maybe I'm getting flanked, because he doesn't know if he jumped up or went down. So he's getting a quick check to see if the guy's flanking us, sees nothing, and then goes up to P2, assumes he's going up to P2. Yeah, it actually kind of makes sense and makes me think about Halo in a deeper way that I'm kind of inspired about. Like, honestly, if somehow by some miracle it turns out that he's never been cheating, that needs to be studied. Like, I pull this guy into a freaking call and we're going to talk more about how he's making these reads and taking these gambles, right? Because, like, bro, you know, like, this is a level of Halo that we're not talking about enough, and I think needs to be studied.
Guy could potentially be.
That makes no sense, bro. No sense.
I know, because no one's shooting me P-door.
Chance. How do you know that none of us are P-door?
Because nobody's shooting him, he knows that you must be rotating.
Or in the flag. How do you know that?
Because I know how you guys play.
What does that mean? How do you know? What does that mean?
Which, for the record, he should be checking it coming in, you would think. But even if he doesn't, he knows he has Cycle backing him up, which does add some legitimacy to the whole play, because as long as Cycle is backing him up, if he does get caught off guard and he does get shot in the side and his gamble is incorrect, then he could be saved by Cycle, right? He could turn into like a big bait.
This game is all matchups.
What are you talking about?
I'm just better, bro.
The game's on, I'm just better. So
oh, yeah, ABG's upset.
How do you know that we're not in the flag rotating? How do you know we're rotating? How?
Hey, have you played any other game except for, like, have you played like CS?
How do you know that none of us are P-door or in the flag? How do you know that?
Because I know how you guys play. First of all, I'm just guessing.
You're just guessing.
For the record, so when he said, I'm just guessing, like, I was watching this live and I remember typing in the chat, it was just a guess. I said, like, he's just guessing, something like that. Not that, like, he's even reading chat. Guessing is a super weak word to use in this situation. To say, I'm just guessing, like, that's weak, bro. This guy's making a read and he took a gamble, right? When you say, I'm just guessing, you sound guilty as hell.
You're just guessing.
Thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, Chance, you always just say you're guessing, but your guessing is so good.
He made a prediction.
It's not guessing. It can't be guessing anymore.
Later. Some new information has just reached my ears. So apparently Monster's main gamertag has been banned for cheating.
All of his gamer tags.
He was just covering this on his stream, and this is what he had to say about it.
All of Chance's accounts are banned.
Yeah.
From matchmaking. Okay. All of his accounts are banned from matchmaking. I don't know how, I don't know why, but all of his accounts are banned from.
Which, by the way, this is weird. If you get banned from matchmaking, you can still play customs somehow.
So I can't play multiplayer, but I can play customs when I'm banned. Someone make it make sense, all right? What is this, bro?
Like, I didn't know that was a feature in Halo Infinite, but if you get permabanned, like, he's banned for a freaking century, bro, from matchmaking. Somehow he can still play custom games, which means technically he's still competing in the tournaments. And that's how he's been able to compete on his main in those, like, the previous 3 tournaments we just had.
This account that was playing matchmaking on New Year's Eve, okay? They were clearly cheating, like clearly cheating. I matched them on my
I saw the clip where he shot through his
teammate.
teammate. That one looks hella sus. I don't know what to say about that one. Maxi, thank you.
You're head casing, Brad. We know each other. Like, I'm not cheating. Like, you're head casing. Like, they're trying to gaslight me. I'm like, well, if we know each other, then just text me. Like, if there's PJ on a Smurf, PJ would literally just text me and say, yo, it's me. And that would be the end of it. But he never texted me. This person never texted me.
Yeah.
And I knew the account's name because it's his friend's account. And then come to find out a few days later, that account gets banned too. And we have credible sources saying that account is him. So he's probably just using his friend's account.
So apparently Monstcr confirmed to APG that Ritual account was him. He was actually on it, this is his friend's account. And he was playing on Ritual so that he could, like, Smurf incognito so nobody knew who he was. And then we have Ritual's gameplay, which Ritual's gameplay doesn't look great. Like, I saw Royal 2 react to it, so I kind of want to watch that gameplay and watch Royal 2's thoughts on the ritual gameplay, because it once again, it looks like it could be cheating, but you could also make an argument that it's not.
Bro, I literally created this. I don't understand. He's literally took this from me. I'm actually no, I literally created this. Now he goes. Wait, but I didn't hit those. I don't hit those shots though.
There was convincing evidence for Shady. There was convincing evidence, like Brainstorm, for example. It was like blatant as hell. It was so easy to tell that somebody was cheating. With Monstcr, it's so unique because not only is it difficult to understand from his POV, but he's not like the main guy getting the stats on his team. But the performance that he has when he's winning, rarely is he the main slayer. He's often negative. He's either even or negative, which is odd. You would think like if you're a cheater, there would be more, that we could work with that would make it obvious that the guy is cheating. But he's still winning. And there's a clip from Boo Boo that we can jump to as well that talks about his comms.
I was like, dude, I played that tourney with him 2 weeks ago, and like, I'm not gonna lie, like some of the callouts he was giving me were insane, dude. Like mid-game, he'd call someone out. He's across the map. I'm like paying attention where chances. I'm paying attention to the guy he called out. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
And maybe that's why his team's playing so well, because it does feel like when Monstcr's teaming with everybody else gets better. Collect is popping the frick off when Monstcr's on his team. Did the statement come out? What do we do, chat? Do we finish the video or do we read the statement? If we read the statement and it's definitive, do I even go back to the video? I got no choice now. Sick of allegations. All right, so he's still defending himself. Bro, this is crazy. I am not and have not ever cheated in Halo Infinite. For this reason, I will be using a monitor cam for all future online tournaments. But based off of what you guys have been saying to me in chat, he's already banned officially by HCS. Has this not happened? Like, did HCS not already hit him with the, like, you're banned? Regarding my recent matchmaking ban, not just matchmaking, like I'm saying tourney banned, but okay, we'll get to it. The ban is a mistake, and I'm currently waiting on a response from Halo support to get an explanation and hopefully reverse the ban. Something similar happened 2 years ago of my account being banned because someone spoofed my gamer tag and was blatantly walling and shit. Bro, this just gets so confusing for me. Just simply stating that this is an EIC error is like, nobody's gonna, outright believe you for that, that's for sure. It is my mission to prove to everyone else and get the truth out. I respect that. People have already made their mind up about me, and I know there is no changing those people's opinion. Not necessarily. Like, if he can convince the most significant top players in the scene who are continually accusing him that he is not a cheater, then the accusations will eventually go away. The community is going to trust the opinion of the top players. EAC was triggered by a false positive, and the only reason I suspect that is because the same thing happened on Valorant. December 8th, my account was suspended on Valorant. DM'd the staff anti-cheat analyst of Vanguard, and he determined I might have a malware installed on my PC that is used maliciously. I've had the same Valorant account since the game came out. He unbanned my account because it was indeed a false positive, and whatever triggered Vanguard has to be triggering EAC. Yes, I was unbanned on Valorant. Screenshot. I have unbanned you, but put you on restrictions. Please follow the pop-up box instructions when you log in. Ooh. Brother, just fake text. There's no way for us to, based off this text message, he'd have to provide something else to actually confirm that he was unbanned from Valorant. This is wild. This is not enough, but it does tell me that he believes he's not cheating or he's lying, and that this is going to continue until we reach a proper verdict. But this is interesting, right? So he's like, I play on shitty internet. My ping spikes to 200. Sounds rough, but Baby Nikki replies here. I feel bad even just like shining a light on all of these. These are like personal things, you know what I mean? He wants like 150 to 200. He promises he'll pay it back. She agrees to give him the money. And then he comes back and says, look, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to make the date. Can I get another $200? And she's like, look, this isn't really cool. So that means you're not going to pay me when you said you would. He won't be. And then apparently, like, he has not paid her, which is not a good look. Yeah. And no, he still hasn't paid me back. And this was like August, early September. He's asking for money. And it's not just her. Huskers, who apparently got the same DM. Gunplexion got a DM. Man's in difficult circumstances, which I want to empathize with. But it also gives him a reasonable motive to start cheating. Check this out. This one is honestly maybe one of the most blatant, like, looking ones that I've seen, because I don't know what to make of it. Like, this one's actually kind of crazy to me. Okay, so he's up on top gold. His teammate's in front of him. He knows that the push is coming, but the timing of his shot and the way he did it is just like, he shoots through his teammate and nails the guys that he can't even see. Like, out of all the clips that we've seen, this looks the most blatant. It looks very sus. Theater is just so inconsistent. And what he's mentioned about his internet connection, if he's on freaking 200 ping, like, what is he seeing right now? And why are you shooting through your teammate, bro? Like, what the hell? He's going to die anyway. I'm going to be honest. This one doesn't look good. Let's say he has no idea. What kind of reticle placement is that? That's like for pro standards, that's just not good reticle placement from a pro standard. Why would you scope like that? Maybe he's scoping at Stellar. Maybe he's thinking like, okay, Stellar got a call out and he's scoping 2 Stellars like name. If he can see that, why can't he see Snakebite?
A lot of noise in there. Thought he might have waited a little.
There, he looks away as Snakebite lifts and then does a double take.
A bit longer before.
He's just a master manipulator. He's been banned by HCS at this point, and I don't know if like his ban is specifically because they found like undeniable evidence that we don't know about, or if it's because there's just so much noise being generated and so many pros are just like accusing him that the situation, the optics of the situation is so bad right now that HCS is like, bro, look, we can't even defend you. We're just gonna get out of here. We don't, you know what I mean? Like, we don't want the smoke. So my financial situation, borrowing money, this is something I'm not proud of and will pay those involved back. Wow, there's more than just the one person. I went through a lot all of last year mentally and was homeless, sleeping in my car weeks at a time. The people involved I have DM'd and will get it situated as soon as I can. Again, I'm truly sorry. I'm better mentally and have some sort of reliable income now. The habits I had last year were not healthy, and if any person is struggling, please get help. Get yourself in a better routine. Again, there's no excuse, and I hope I make it right. I respect this reply. I'll be honest. It sounds like he actually is dealing with a lot. Like, obviously, it's tough to take anything he says seriously when we've seen what we've seen and like the situation is as crazy as it's been. But like, man, let's just say for a second that he's not cheating. This is a crazy situation if he's not cheating, right? Like, he's been like under fire. Like, this is a lot for one person to go through that I'd like to empathize with. My hope is that if he's somehow not cheating, is this a blessing? You know what I mean? Is there a blessing in all this? Is there a valuable, positive lesson for the guy? I don't know what it would be, what it would feel like to be in this situation. It can't be good to be in a situation like this regardless. I hope you guys understand like the severity of the situation, that if you ever want a career in gaming, even experimenting for fun and having that on your PC, having like any residue or whatever of cheats left behind will fuck your life up, probably forever. Let Monstcr be a lesson for all of you guys that if he is genuinely innocent, the fact that he cheated in pubs 8 years ago is what's hurting him the most today. If he's genuinely innocent. For good reason, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if you ever think that it's like you're 15 or some shit and you think you might want to compete or you might want to have a career in the gaming industry, like in any capacity, not even competing, watch yourself, man. I'm not sure what the verdict is going to be with the whole Monstcr thing, but I mean, he's banned and HCS have banned him as well. So unless there's like a huge case made to reverse the ban and to prove his innocence, then he is currently a cheater, is what the conclusion is, I guess. He is being treated as a cheater until proven that he is innocent.